Welcome to Child of God Weekly Fashion Podcast. This is Abella Nkwan. Here we're going to talk about everything fashion that our brothers and sisters were seeing in the past week, either at church, concert, out, maybe Bible study, Wednesday service, anywhere. Anyone who loves God was seen wearing something really nice we talk about on this podcast. Today we're going to start off with none other than Tonto DK from Nigeria, our actress, philanthropist, and a saint of God was seen twice this week in gorgeous outfits. Miss Tonto, you had on this beautiful blue flowing gown to church. That caught my eye, and I said, "Ooh, let's talk about this gown." It had white pearls, you know, you had that on around the neckline, the turtle neckline, and that just accented the gown, the flowing gown. And then you had this gold bracelet to go with it. Miss Tonto, you really know how to wear fashion, and this fashion you wore well. Then I saw you in that burgundy suit. Hey, I said I have to talk about this burgundy suit. That burgundy suit has something going on around the neckline that flowed down, a lighter burgundy, if I might say. Really nice, Miss Tonto. I like your fashion. Keep it up. Whoever is styling you, please keep that person. You really, really look nice. Miss Tonto, I came across a prayer line. If you all don't know, Miss Tonto prays, and I joined you in praying. Thank you. It was very encouraging. Thank you, Miss Tonto. Okay, now let's move on to our pastor in Ilupeju, Pastor Toluwani Odukoya. I loved that dress you had on 2 weeks ago for Sunday service. The light blue that flowed down to black to the beautiful long dress. That was really nice with the beaded neckline that went down like this. Very, very nice, Pastor Toluwani Odukaya. And then let's move on. Let's talk about Anatori. Let's leave Lagos. Come back to the US. There was a concert that happened here in Houston a few weeks ago. Tim Godfrey's concert, Afro Viva. I was at that concert. It was a lot of fun. If you were not there, where were you? What's wrong with you? If you lived in Houston, you were now at Tim Godfrey's concert. It was so much fun. Anatori was there, and I had fun. Well, Anatori, we saw you at a different concert this time. You had on something very fashionable. So I said, let's talk about it. You were performing the King Was Born song, the Christmas song. And the where I captioned you and what you were wearing performing this song, it was really nice. You had on this white shirt with another shirt tied over your cargo pants with a belt and chains going on. Very fashionable. Yes, Anatori. If you've never seen her at concert, make sure you buy her ticket if she's around your city where you live. Very, very fun. So now let's move on. Let's talk about our actress in Nigeria. Let's go back to Nigeria. Chizzy Alichi. Chizzy just had a baby and she took her baby to church. I think formally for the first time, baby dedication. Chizzy, you had on a very beautiful baby blue, gorgeous dress. That was really nice with the baby blue scarf. Really nice. And your husband was matching with his baby blue agbada. Really, really nice. And the baby, I captured it and I said, you definitely earned a spot on this weekly Fashion Police. That was really nice. Thank you and congratulations again. Another couple that had a baby and took the baby to church, the baby dedication, formal outing, gospel musician, singer Okopi Peterson and his wife Prudence, the fashion designer. Of course, they came correct. Miss Prudence, that dress with the beads going on all over, oh, that was really nice. And the thing that you had going around here, the beads, by the way, I saw different colors: white, yellow, pink, dark brown, like the pink was baby pink. It was really, really nice. And Mr. Peterson, the agbada was so rich. The fabric, congratulations again on your new baby. Really, really nice. So now let's move on to our pastor here in the US, Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts. Twice we caught you this, and we said we'll talk about you on fashion, weekly fashion. The first one was the cargo set you were wearing, the top and bottom with the blue, the brown on the inside top. I don't know if it was a bodysuit, but definitely a top on the inside. That was really nice for Sunday service. And then you also had on the leather chocolate, jacket and pants, and that was really fashionable. You always give us great fashion. That was nice. So now let's talk about Pastor Henderson. Mr. Henderson, you had on this nice sweater top, that had those lines, different colors going around it. That was, different. So I said I will talk about it, the white, the chocolate, the light green, I might say. Very, very nice. So you earned a spot on our weekly fashion. Let's go to and talk about Dr. Becky Enenche and Dr. Paul Enenche. Yes, you too, I'm sure, will always earn a spot on weekly fashion. Dr. Becky, thank you for always dressing modestly, showing us how to dress to our Father's house. That dress you had on was beautiful. White and blue, flowing gown, beautiful. And Dr. Paul matched in his white suit with the baby, with the blue going on around it. The handkerchief in the pocket, really nice. And then blue and white tie, really nice. Thank you for that. And these are the fashions we said we would talk about this week. There are more fashions, so stay tight. Tune in to our next weekly fashion. And remember, we are all children of God. And when we go to His house, especially, we need to dress modestly, yes, in a way that will allow others worship in His house. Thank you, everyone. And weekly fashion is not just about Sunday. Anytime during the week we see any of God's people dressed nice, but we'll talk about it here on Weekly Fashion. Take care. Have a blessed day. We are all children of God. Bye.